Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 28 of My Gateway Experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. The purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience tapes. The Gateway Experience is a series of 6 waves with 6 tapes in each wave, and I am currently on the fifth tape of the first wave. It's called Exploration Sleep. And the first wave is called Discovery. So it's all about discovering these subtle energies. And then the next wave is called Threshold. So I don't know exactly what it's about yet, but I'm going to assume that it's about breaking through the threshold to experience things as the ones that I've experienced today, which I am looking forward to talking to you guys about shortly. If you haven't tuned in to any of my other videos before, go ahead and check those out because this experience builds upon itself. It's several, 36 tapes, and I am spending 10 days on each tape. So that's going to be a total of 360 days, so right under a year, to go through the entire experience. So I wouldn't want you to miss anything because I will be talking about everything that I've gone through so far today. So, with all that being said, let's jump straight into it. It is September 21st, 2022 right now. It's 9:06 a.m. This morning I woke up at 7:15 a.m. and last night I don't know what time I went to sleep. But even though I kind of failed to wake up at 5, I'm glad that I set that as my goal because 7:15 is early for a lot of people and it's late for me. So it is what it is. But yeah, after I woke up, I went ahead and did my morning routine. And then I did my exploration sleep tape. I just finished up with it. I went ahead and took a cold shower. And it seems like I got my routine done a little bit earlier than usual. I'm getting better at just going through the motions of it, but also being present and enjoying it. And I really enjoyed today because I'm noticing some common themes. After my pre-preparation process, I see a door. After Focus 10, when this new sound comes into my ears, today I saw a brown door. Unlike the other day, it was like a turquoise door, and I knew that I was gonna open it, and so I just let go and I allowed the process to take place. And so when I opened the door, it's hard to bring back what I've gathered. It's much harder than the things that I've brought back before. But what I can say is that this definitely works when it comes to putting me to sleep. And I'm going to a very deep state. Obviously, that's the name of the tape. But I want to talk about the frequencies that are associated with that. I've talked about them in much earlier videos, but I want to kind of refresh that today. And so we go from like below 5 to 5 hertz is delta frequencies. And then I want to say 6 to 8 hertz is the theta frequencies. And delta is where it's a state of no dreams. It's deep sleep where we all go to and we all go into out of body when we go to that state. And the way we know that is because when we measure the biofeedback markers that we can from our body and our brain waves, we notice a pattern of those that are going into an out of body experience and that are aware of it is the same pattern that people go to when they go into the delta sleep, even though you're not aware of it, which I feel like is what's happening to me, where I'm going out of body and I just can't bring back everything that I'm going through yet. But then above that is theta, which is dreams, which could be, I think that's the frequencies that we're going through that is allowing me to see like the door and then we're going even deeper after that. And then above that would be, I believe, theta. I think it's alpha. And then above that is beta. And then above that is gamma. I don't think I missed any. So that should be all of them. Obviously, gamma is very, very high frequency, and it has a connection through the beta to the alpha. And so it's a state of full awareness, whereas beta is more anxious related, and also just communication. Like I'm probably in beta right now because I'm communicating with you, or slightly, part of my brain just through the communication aspect of it. But yeah, that's a lot of like analytical stuff, and so I want to get into more like the story aspect of it now, where I remember sleeping, and I remember just not really being aware of what I was going through. It's hard to bring it back, but what I do remember is I remember seeing trees. I remember seeing a blue sky, and I remember flying over some trees, and I remember noticing and becoming aware that I was going through this, and I said, "Oh, okay, I'm doing it finally." And then I got maybe too excited, possibly. That's most likely what happened, and because of that, I had to come back to my body. So it's more like I became aware of my body, and so I wasn't aware of I wasn't able to just take control of the flight and go different places. So very, very interesting stuff. I feel very much at peace. That's a beautiful aspect of the practice, and it encourages me to keep practicing it. Today being the 28th episode, it's my 5th time doing this tape, and so I'm going to do it for 5 more times, and I'm glad that I've done it for 5 days in a row. And I do it at night as well, but like last night I just fall asleep, and I wake back up when the frequencies go away, so like when the tape is over. And another thing that I felt today was that not so much when I'm sleeping, not so much at night, but definitely during the day, because I have more awareness, I feel my body feels very light, and it's like I'm all like out of it. I'm like just in a higher state, and I have to definitely bring myself back to my body. I have to go through the practice of like saying 1-1, right? I have to inhale and then come back to the C1, which is just fully alert and aware, because otherwise I am like super out of it. I'm not really here in this plane of existence. I'm more in a higher plane where I've got like relationships that I'm focused on and all these things. And for me, it's more like the dialogues. I think some people see faces, and I see faces sometimes, but more so than anything, for me, it's the dialogue, like the conversations back and forth that I've had. I think about those, and I think about how people feel based on what they say. And so, and some of it I think about based on their actions, and so that gives me an insight into where they're at. And so what I also did that I want to talk about today is because I had that kind of mental chatter going on. I just started saying like mumbo jumbo, like really just ridiculous, not really nonsensical speak in my mind to help myself kind of clear my mind and go into the deeper states, and it worked. It worked beautifully, and that's when I started to really like leave my body, so to speak. Where, I mean, I could feel it. It's just this experience definitely works. It takes commitment and it takes time, and it's just small steps every day. But if you put in the work, it definitely works. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna say, because I want to bring back more tangible things, and I want to bring back like details of I have to have like an intention to go to someone, maybe to go somewhere, and bring something tangible back that I can share, and that can be maybe repeatable, which this is definitely repeatable, but it can be also checked. So with all that being said, I would love to interact with you guys, collaborate, and answer any questions you might have. So feel free to leave comments down below. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Peace.